They're going to get first. And we should be shooting 1-1, and we are. We are in the bonus now. So Iris Ortiz has a chance to possibly tie this one up if she can hit on both of these. We got to get the first one, though, before we can get a chance for a second one. We're in a 1-1 shot up and good. Ortiz makes it a 1-point ball game. 13-12 is your score. Second shot on the way. Good. It finds its way home. And Iris Ortiz and the Lady Bulldogs have tied the Lady Jackets 13-all with right at a minute 15 left to play. Clark, left side, Huckabee underneath to Marlowe on the baseline. They'll get it back to Hyndman. Hyndman, drive, shot, no good. Rebounded by Asia Ware. Ware's going to drive. We don't have numbers. Now we're set. They go to Washington, right back to Ware. Ware's going to drive the lane. Oh, she loses it. Loose ball. Jump ball called. And it'll go to Rockmart. .53 seconds remaining. Inbounds pass goes to Zori Williams. She'll bring it across the timeline for the Lady Jackets. Top of the key, left side to Clark. Clark to Marlowe. Three on the way. No good. Rebound by Barrow. Barrow gives it to Wills. Now they'll go back to Barrow. Underneath to Washington. Washington shot, drive, no good. Off the glass. She wanted to foul, couldn't get it. And Leah Washington is slow to get to the other end of the floor. She's still favoring that right leg. Asia Ware, heads up play by that young lady. Knocks that pass out of bounds. But Rockmart will maintain possession. 22.7 seconds remaining. And we've got a tie ball game here at Rockmart High School. Inbounds pass goes to the Lady Jackets. Myers to Williams, three on the way, no good. Rebound by Hyndman, strong up to the basket and in.
10 seconds left. We'll see if Cedartown can answer with 5 on the clock.
Asia Ware, right side. Three on the way from Barrow, and it's good at the buzzer. Marion Barrow
and she got it
from deep center.
And they'll count it. They will count it.
That'll send the Lady Dogs to halftime with the lead, Andrew Carter. 16-15 your score. Cedartown with possibly the first lead at halftime they've had all season long.
I think that's a very safe assumption to make there, Sam. Very good end to that first half. And I'm sorry I haven't been with you much, Sam. I've been trying to run down these technical issues we're having tonight, but your score is Cedartown 16 and Rockmart 15. That last second three-pointer there by Marin Barrow, allowing that one to come in. Let's take this break. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back here, and we'll talk about the first half. Cedartown High School Lady Dogs basketball is here on the Big AA.
Is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer. And that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Live Wire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Live Wire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and price to sell. Live Wire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the table. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tea time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Welcome you back here. It's halftime. The Cedartown Lady Bulldogs lead it by a score of 16-15. Lady Dogs did not lead much during that first half. I don't think we led at all, in fact, until that last second three-pointer there by Marin Barrow. The Lady Bulldogs going to the locker room feeling pretty good about how things have turned out. But it's going to take another half of really going to have to play a little bit, I guess, smarter, better, more ball control. Ball control has been an issue we've talked about a lot this year, and I think Lady Dogs are going to have to improve upon that if they want a chance to keep this lead.
I agree, Andrew. I think smarter is the key word there. Lady Dogs able to put up 16 points in that first half, and that's a far cry better than what we've been able to do throughout the season so far. Leading scorer for the Lady Dogs is Iris Ortiz with 5, which is something Ortiz is normally a player that comes off of the bench, but with the absence of Chad into that secondary well. One thing they're going to have to watch in this second half is fouls. They have 3 girls with 2 fouls each. That's Iris Ortiz, Charlie Todd, and Leah Washington. You don't want to lose Charlie Todd because she is your height. Outside of Marin Barrow, she's about your tallest player, and she's been playing in the center of the floor a lot for the Lady Dogs tonight when she's been on the floor. You also don't want to lose Leah Washington just because she is a solid presence on the court, I feel like, for the Lady Dogs. They contribute a lot point-wise.
Is the fact that they've had to rely on some of their young players to become leaders. And I think that's certainly going to pay dividends in the future. But right now it's certainly a challenge when you're facing a Rockmart team that, while they aren't having the best season, they also kind of share the exact same problem we have as far as their upperclassmen. In fact, I'm looking at their roster. I see no seniors on Rockmart's roster. All sophomores, mostly sophomores, about 3 or 4 juniors, and about 3 freshmen on the team. So really, I think evenly matched teams here as far as experience goes. Cedartown, I think, though, comes into this game. They've been battle-tested a lot this year, and I chuckle just because we've kind of been through the ringer with some very, very good teams and really haven't had much of a break. So it's good to see some competition for the Lady Bulldogs that kind of equals our own, and I think that's been kind of a refreshing thing for them to see because, I mean, how tough is it to be a ball player and you go into a game knowing you pretty much don't have a chance to win just because of attrition and the skill set of the team that's playing you. I mean, any team can beat any team. I'm not saying they can't, but it's got to be a frustrating thing, and I have to give kudos to these girls for sticking with it all season long.
Well, and that's one thing that, a lot of times we forget to take into consideration is the mental aspect of sports. A lot of times we just look at a team and we talk about their physical ability to be able to perform, whether it's on the field or on the court. But like you said, Andrew, that mental aspect is really something that you have to take into consideration. How hard is it to come out onto the court 3 times a week when every time you walk out there you're getting beat up by 20 or 30 points?
Right.
So to see this Lady Dogs team not only get back out onto the court and to continue to improve, I feel like, week after week, but the fact that they're doing it on the road against their arch rival and they're up by 1 at halftime.
Yeah, not to mention, you mentioned against your arch, it's not just any arch rival. It's at a place that's loud and rowdy, and there's a lot of people here. There's probably over 1,000 people in this gym, maybe more than that. Maybe it's a big crowd. There's a lot of people in the bleachers. They got people just walking around everywhere. Just a lot of folks here, and the pressure, of course, is on, especially when you got the student section. But honestly, I think the student sections have been great for both sides. I think they've really been into this game, and
yep.
I can tell the student section is sitting right behind the Cedartown bench too for Cedartown High School.
They're sitting right opposite of each other.
Yes.
They're looking at each other across the court. The student section for Rockmart, they're wearing almost all white. They've got several signs. The Bulldog faithful have also traveled well with their own signs and a few fly swatters. So I like what I see.
Of
One
course.
thing that I know that we're going to have to swat here in this second half is Emma Hyman's offensive production. Emma has been great for the Lady Jackets. She's got 7 of their 15 points, and she's not a point guard. She's also not somebody that's shooting from the perimeter.
Right.
She's a big body underneath that's able to get some rebounds and get some second chance looks for the Lady Jackets, and she's been able to connect on those and also work well defensively for Rockmart. So, we really need to stick a body on her and keep somebody glued to her. She was very productive in the first quarter. She had 5 points, and we limited her some there in the second, but she also had some time to rest on the bench during that second, so that's probably another reason why she only had 2 there on the second. As you can hear, Rockmart High School has a pep band here tonight, and they're sitting just to our right, enjoying some really good music by the pep band under the direction of Connor Teams and his dad, a longtime Polk School District employee. Greg Teams is helping out on the drums tonight. And that's one thing that you got to love about small-town schools and small-town sports. We also have the vice chairman of Polk School District, Chris Culver. He's in the audience tonight. Of course, he's a Rock Martian, but a great addition to the PSD Board of Education. And I tell you what, this is a cool environment. We might be on the road, and it might be quote-unquote hostile, but a really nice environment here at Rockmart High School tonight.
We're going to stick here and start the second half here in just a couple of seconds, actually. We'll see who gets possession to start. It looks like, let's see, we're going to switch in. Cedartown will get possession to start this third period with the lead.
Opening possession and a lead by 1. Marion Barrow passes it into Barclay. They'll go back to Barrow. Barrow to Barclay. Barclay is going to drive the baseline, and she loses it out of bounds. So it'll be a turnover to start things. Rockmart will get the ball back. Only 9 seconds ticked off of the clock. Rockmart inbounds it over to the right side on the other end. They'll try to work it underneath to Hyman. There's Hyman, and she's able to be productive right away to start this second half and puts the Lady Jackets up by 1. Asia Ware, Lady Dogs are going to beat the press. They'll bring it across the timeline. They'll go back to Barrow. Barrow, top of the key. Back to Ware. Right side to Barclay. Really kind of stretching things out here. They'll go to Barrow. Barrow can hit from that perimeter. They'll give it to Ortiz. So can she. 3 on the way. No good off the front of the rim. Rebound, Asia Ware. Ware put back. No good. Loose ball. Ware comes away with it. The third putback. No good. Rebound this time by Hyman. And Hyman yanks it away strong for the Lady Jackets. But she throws it away trying to get it number 4, Zori Williams, on the other end of the floor. Rockmart will turn it over with a 1-point lead. Barrow checks it into Barclay. Barclay to Ware. Ware just beyond the arc. Now they'll go back to Barclay. 3 on the way. That one's off. It was off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound by Hyman. Hyman will give it up. Williams. 3-point attempt on the way from Myers, and that one is good. Rockmart's tried a lot from beyond the arc, but that's the first time that they've hit. But it extends the lead now to 4. 20-16 your score.
So far, Cedartown outscored here in this third period.
Lady Jackets on a 4-0 run. Sky Myers with it. Left side, Zori Williams. She pulls a 3 again, and once again, Williams hits from beyond the arc, and we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. It's a 30-second break here on the Big AA. Lady Dogs trail 23-16. We'll be back.
One of the pillars of a strong community is knowing your neighbors. We believe it's important to know your neighbor. To know that the person down the street selling you your car is the person you'll see grilling with you at the block party. It's important to be a part of a community, and Peach State Board is proud to be a part of historic Cedartown, Rockmart, and Rome, and even prouder to be rated one of the best in the country in customer service. Nobody knows trucks or people like Peach State Board.
2076 Rockmart Highway, Cedartown, 866-872-6660.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Welcome back here. Cedartown trails 23-16. In the timeout, it was a full timeout. 6:10 to play here in period number 3. Lady Bulldogs have been outscored here in this second half. They've been held scoreless after that big three-pointer. That's the last time we scored, back right before halftime. Lady Dogs are hoping to maybe get some points scored here. We're down by 7.
Yeah, Rockmart on an 8-0 run right now. Lady Dogs need to stop the bleeding and quickly. Inbound pass goes to Barclay. Barclay quickly double team. They'll try to push it down the floor. Zori Williams came away with it. And it went out of bounds, but they're going to say it was off of Barclay, so it'll be a turnover. Rockmart gets it back. Inbounds pass goes to Myers. Myers in the front court for Rockmart. Top of the key. She'll go to the left side to Clark. Clark works to her right. Huckabee, three-point attempt on the way. No good from Myers. Rebound by Ortiz. They'll go to Barrow to Barclay. Barclay across the timeline. Works to the right side. Far side of the court to Barrow. Barrow to Ware. Ware, top of the key, drives lane. Underneath to Barrow. Barrow, she was fouled. There's no call, but she makes the basket count. First points of the second half for the Lady Dogs. 5-point lead. Lady Jackets trying to come away with it. Hyman tracks down the loose ball. She gives it up to Sky Myers. Now they'll go back to Hyman. Right side, Huckabee. She fires a three, no good. Oh, but she was fouled.
Had no chance to make the three, but it's going to turn into a three-point shooting foul at the line for the Lady Jackets.
They got number 20, Iris Ortiz. And that is her third. First free throw attempt on the way from Kaylee Huckabee is up and good, and that's her first points of the evening. Shot on the way again from Huckabee. That one's up and no good.
And of course, she'll have 3 shots from the foul line due to the foul occurring behind the perimeter.
Third shot up and no good as well, so she goes 1 for 3. Lady Dogs with the rebound. They'll give it up to Asia Ware. Ware to Washington. Top of the key, back to Ware. Left side, Haven Barclay with a three of her own, no good. Rebound, loose ball. Barrow comes away with it. She gives it to Barclay. Barclay shot, no good. Rebound on the backside by Myers. Myers is going to drive for the Lady Jackets. Far side. They'll go to the left corner to Williams. Williams fires a three. That one is up and no good. Rebound by Maren Barrow. Barrow gives it to Barclay, near side of the court. They'll try to work it to the corner. Ortiz, unable to come away with it, is stolen by Rockmart, but then Maren Barrow steals it right back for the Lady Jackets, or for the Lady Dogs, I should say. Over to the right side to Ware. Ware to Barclay. Barclay to Barrow. Underneath to Washington. Washington outside to Barclay. Now to Ware. Back to Barclay. Maren Barrow thought about a three, had to pull it down. She'll go to Ortiz. Ortiz trying to work it underneath. It's stolen by Hyman. Hyman's going to push it up to Myers. Myers all by herself, easy off the glass. 26-18 now your score. Inbounds pass goes to Ware. Ware breaks the full court press. Brings it across the timeline, knocked out of bounds by Hyman.
3:56 remaining here in the third quarter, 26-18. Cedartown will try to check it in cleanly.
They get it into Ortiz. Ortiz, but it's off of her foot. And it's going to go back to the Lady Jackets.
I'll tell you what, though, their feet got tied up. It could have been a foul, but none was called.
Subs coming in for Rockmart. Clark will check out, and Alexander will check in for the Lady Jackets. Check-in goes to number 2, Sky Myers. Myers, far right side to Zori Williams, back to Myers. From beyond the arc. Now to Williams, three on the way, no good. Loose ball, Huckabee comes away with it. Huckabee back to Sky Myers. Myers towards the top of the key, over to the right side to Williams. Back to Myers, from no good. And it's out of bounds. It'll be last touch by Rockmart, so the Lady Dogs will get it back. It's an 8-point lead for the Rockmart Lady Jackets. Barclay, right side to Asia Ware. They'll go back to Barclay, now to Barrow. Barrow drives. Little floater, gets that one to go off the glass. Maren Barrow strikes for the second time here in the second half. Cuts the lead to 6. Far side, Zori Williams in the corner. They'll go back to Myers. Myers back to Williams. Thought about a three, drives the baseline, gives it up, and it goes to Marion Barrow with the steal. Now Barclay. Barclay trying to work around Myers. She's going to drive off the glass, and that's good. Haven Barclay with her first basket of the evening, and it cuts the lead to 4. Zori Williams, far right side. They'll go to Marlowe. Marlowe, little floater in the lane. Can't get that to go. Leah Washington with the rebound for the Lady Dogs. Here comes Cedartown. Barclay across the timeline, directing traffic. Calls her shot. Works to the left, now to Washington. Washington shot, she was fouled. Where's that? Rebound by Alexander. She'll give it up to Myers. Myers, top of the key, left side to Alexander. She's going to fire a three. That one's no good. Came out real flat. Rebound by Washington. Washington gives it up to Barclay. Fast break, one to beat. Oh, good pass underneath to Asia Ware, and Ware's able to get that one to go.
Cedartown on a bit of a run here, trying to catch back up, down by 2 with 2:05 to play, and time has been called by Coach Wigley. We'll take it with him with 2:04 to go here in the third. Cedartown trailing 26-24 to the Lady Jackets.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Out of the timeout, 2:04 to play here in the third, 26-24. The Lady Bulldogs trail the Lady Jackets here. Cedartown looking for their first win of the season. Rockmart with 3 wins already on the season and 13 losses.
Cedartown on a bit of a run. It's a 6-0 run right now. It was a wise timeout by Rockmart. They're going to try to reset, put a stop to this little run that the Lady Dogs are on. Inbounds pass goes to Myers. Myers to Williams. Marlowe, they're going to feed her in the lane. She has to give it up. Sky Myers comes away with the loose ball. Right side, Williams. Back to Myers. She's going to fire a three. That looks good from here, and it is. Sky Williams answers with a three.
That's just a good-looking shot there, right on line. We had a perfect view from our perch up here in the corner.
Lead goes back to 5, and the Lady Dogs turn it over. Haven Barclay was trying to give it to Asia Ware, and just not a good pass over on the far side.
Clock has not stopped. It's still running. Now they stop it.
Somebody make sure Shane Williams is awake down there. Come on, Chief. And that's going to be a foul on Cedartown. It'll be Haven Barclay. That's going to be her second.
FYI, we speak of the clock, the official clock, not our clock on the screen. That is controlled by yours truly.
Lady Jackets off the inbounds pass. Myers three on the way again from straightaway center, and it's good.
She was wide open, Sam, wide open, and you can't leave her like that or she'll make you pay, and she just did right then.
That is her third three of the night, and all of them have come here in the third quarter. 32-24. Rockmart stretches that lead back out. Asia Ware was going to drive, and it's knocked away. It'll stay Cedartown ball. Iris Ortiz will check in. We got too many players on the court. Somebody's got to come off. Barclay will come off. We've got Charlie Todd on the court as well as Iris Ortiz for the Lady Dogs. You're out of bounds. Oh, that hurts your feelings. Lady Dogs turned it over on the inbounds pass. We'll just leave it at that. Sky Myers, right side to Williams. Williams to Marlowe. Marlowe back to Williams. Three on the way from Sky Myers. No good. Loose ball. Cedartown comes away with it, but she's trapped in the corner. They try to get it to Washington. Rockmart comes away with it, and then they just throw it off of the foot of Iris Ortiz.
I'll tell you, though, it might have been best if we had let that one go out of bounds there in the corner, because I think it would have been touched last by Rockmart. But again, they get the ball back.
Rockmart will check it in. Three on the way again from Myers, and that one's off the front of the rim. No good. Washington comes away with the rebound, and they're going to call her for a travel.
Oh, man.
She had number 30, Alexander, all in her face.
She wasn't getting any help from anybody around her, though.
Check in, left side, Williams, three, no good. Rebound backside, Alexander. Charlie Todd is there to put a hand on it. And a jump ball. Good heads-up play there by Todd off of the bench. forces a jump ball, but the possession arrow is still in favor of Rockmart. Check-in goes to Myers. 3, no good. Off to the right. And there was a shot by somebody down low for Rockmart.
And a foul was called on Charlie Todd. And she might be getting in foul trouble. That's her third.
We'll see how long Coach Wigley will leave her. Definitely at least through the rest of this period. There's only just over 22 seconds left to play. First shot on the way from Rockmart is good. I believe that's number 11, Layla Clark. 33-24 your score.
You are correct.
Lead has been stretched back out to 9. Clark gets set. Second free throw attempt is up and no good. Charlie Todd there with the rebound. She'll give it up to Barrow. We need to push it and get a basket here to close out the third quarter. We'll give it to Ware. Ware, baseline. Oh, she took a shot. It was blocked by Marlowe. She saved it from going out of bounds. Got it into Graham, but then they lock arms. And it's a jump ball. Charlie Todd able to tie things up there with Graham on the floor. And Rockmart will put their 3 starters that were on the bench back on the floor to close out this third quarter as Cedartown has possession. Get it in. Inbounds pass goes to Ware. Ware tries to get it to Todd. She beat a double team. Shot no good. Rebound by Barrow. Barrow hard off the glass. No good. Loose ball rebound. There it is. Good call.
Stepped out of bounds. It was either going to be a travel or an out of bounds call. 9 seconds.
9 seconds left here in quarter number 3. The clock is running. The clock is running. Apparently we stopped it too early.
I think they didn't start the clock initially out of that stoppage of play, and they ran it down to 5 seconds for that very reason.
That's all right. Inbounds pass goes to Barrow.
She got fouled. No call.
And that'll do it for the third quarter as Barrow was fouled underneath and no call. 33-24 is your score. We'll go to the final frame after this 60-second timeout. You're listening to Cedartown High School on the home of the Bulldogs, the Big AA.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality, pre-owned, late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
The Lady Jackets of Rockmart with a 9-point lead get the ball to start the fourth quarter. Sky Myers right side to Zori Williams. 3 on the way. That one is good. Williams with her second from beyond the arc.
That one hurts. Puts Cedartown down by 12. That one is forced out of bounds by Rockmart as they're pressing on the inbounds pass. We'll have an inbounds pass coming.
Tried to get it to Barclay right through her hands. Sky Myers comes away with it. Left side to Zori Williams. Williams with a 3. That one is short. Rebound by Washington. Washington gives it up to Barrow. Knocked away by Zori Williams, and she's going to be called for the foul.
Williams with the foul, her second. 7:29 to go in the ball game, 36-24. Lady Dogs have an inbounds pass, and they'll bring it down the floor uncontested.
Inbounds pass goes to Barclay. Barclay directing traffic, brings it across the timeline. Left side to Barrow. Barrow, 3 on the way. No good. Rebound. Asia Ware had it for a moment, and then off her fingertips to Barclay. Barclay shot no. Far side. She's going to drive it. She'll go around Barclay. Off the back glass, and that one is good. Sky Myers exploding in the second half for the Lady Jackets. And a steal off the inbounds pass. They'll go to the left side to Williams. Williams underneath to Hyman. Hyman's shot was no good. I thought she got fouled there, but no call. We'll take it.
Ball goes out of bounds off Charlie Todd as she was trying to rebound it. It'll stay with Rockmart with 27 seconds on the shot clock.
Inbounds pass to Williams. Williams shot on the way. No good. It was a three-point attempt. Loose ball grabbed by Haven Barclay. Barclay. And she's fouled. She goes to the court hard. And let's see who they're going to get. They'll get number 32, Emma Hindman. That's going to be her second. Haven Barclay with the check-in. Across the timeline to Asia Ware on the right side. Ware trying to get it down low to Washington. And Hindman is there to knock it away, and it's out of bounds.
And she almost had it stolen, but then it rolled away from her and went out. So Cedartown will get the ball back over there in the corner.
Leah Washington will check it in for the Lady Dogs. They'll get it into Ware. Ware. Outside to Barclay. Barclay. Top of the key to Barrow. Barrow. Back to Barclay, top of the key. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Now to Barrow. Three, and it's blocked by Huckabee. Kaylee Huckabee with a big block. And the Lady Dogs will have 10 to shoot once they inbound it. Washington to Barclay. Loose ball picked up by Barclay. Again, fighting for it. She's double teamed, no help. Barrow comes to help. She's got 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot, and they'll go to floor with it. And it's going to be a stoppage in play, shot clock violation. Nobody able to get it before the time expired on the shot clock, so Rockmart will have possession with a 14-point lead. Sky Myers, left side to Clark. Clark works to Huckabee in the corner. Three-point attempt, in and out, no good. Hyman there on the rebound, but Charlie Todd ties it up with her. And we've got a stoppage in play. It'll be a jump ball, and it'll stay with Rockmart. They'll check it into Williams. Williams launches a three from the right side, and it's long, no good. Loose ball out of bounds. Last touch by Barrow and the Lady Dogs, so it will stay with Rockmart. The inbounds pass, they try to get it to Hindman. Loose ball, but Myers comes away with it. Now they'll go to Hyman. Now the right side to Clark. Back to Myers. Three on the way. Good. Sky Myers once again connects from beyond the arc. 41-24. Asia Ware to the right side to Barrow. Barrow loses it, and then it's out of bounds. And they're going to say it was last touched by the Lady Dogs. We can't buy a call right now.
No, sir. You said it.
Sky Myers brings it across the timeline. Top of the key, right side to Huckabee. Huckabee has it knocked away by Williams, by Chastity Washington, I should say, but she's able to get it back. And then it's out of bounds as they were trying to get it to Alexander. Baron Barrow knocked it away. On the check-in, a stoppage in play. It's going to be out of bounds again. And guess who? It'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. This time they're able to get it into Hyman. We got away with a foul there. Charlie Todd comes away with the loose ball, gives it up to Barrow. Barrow to Barclay. Barclay to Barrow. Top of the key. Right side to Barclay. Back to Barrow. Three on the way. No good.
Yep, off the glass.
It is.
It snaps a long scoring drought for Cedartown. With 4:56 to play here in the fourth, it's 41-27. Rockmart on top. We'll take a 30-second break and be back.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
Welcome back here. 4:56 to play here in the ball game. Cedartown trails it 41-27. Don't forget the boys game coming up after this one. It'll probably be a little after 7:30 when that one starts. Of course, we'll have the play-by-play call for you here on the Big AA. We'll also post the boys game later on YouTube and Facebook.
Alexander off the inbounds pass for the Lady Jackets. She'll drive right side. Now she's going to cut the lane, and her shot is up, and it's good.
Pretty good answer there by Rockmart after the three-pointer.
Barrow trying to check it in for the Lady Dogs. Tries to give it to Ortiz, but it's going to be thrown away, and it'll be a turnover. Lady Dogs unable to get the ball checked in. And once again, the same problems that have plagued us all season. I believe the term you used earlier, Andrew, was rearing their ugly head. Hindman with a shot off the inbounds pass. And they finally called Charlie Todd for a foul. That's going to be her fourth.
Yeah, she's in
that
trouble.
She was called for.
But they're probably going to have to keep her out there anyway. I mean, 4:31 to play. That'll send to the line number 32, Emma Hindman.
Hindman 1 for 4 from the stripe tonight. First shot from this strip is up, and it is good. 44-27. Lady Dogs unable to hold down the offense of Rockmart in that third period. They allowed 18 points while only scoring 8 for themselves. Second one up from Hindman is up and good, and it's 45-27. Lady Dogs will check it in to Todd. Todd, she's going to drive, dish to tried to get it to Ortiz, and it was over her head, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cedartown. Rockmart will force the turnover. Cedartown with a full court press of their own. Inbounds pass, they'll get it into Myers, and they're going to get Asia Ware for the foul.
Yep, she pushed off with the right hand heading down the floor.
They gave her about 3 chances, and they finally called her for it. So that's going to be Ware's first. Check it in to Alexander for the Lady Jackets. Now to Myers. Myers, left side. She's going to work it back to the middle of the floor. Now she'll go to her right. Now she's going to try to drive. Goes around Todd, and there's a stoppage in play. And they're going to say it was on the floor before the shooting motion. They're going to get Charlie Todd, and that's going to be her 5th.
Yep, she'll be gone.
She's going to take advantage of the early checkout policy.
She doesn't even know.
Nope. So she's done for the night. Leah Washington will check back in for the Lady Dogs. Rockmart will inbound it underneath their own goal. They get it into Hindman. Hindman off the inbounds pass, turns, shot good. Lady Dogs get it in.
Yep, the foul will be called on Rockmart as Asia Ware tried to get across the timeline. They'll get Sky Myers on that, her 3rd foul. 4th foul, beg your pardon.
If I could count.
Well,
if only I could count.
If I could see.
No, that was my fault. So Myers will come to the bench with 4 fouls, and they will check in to Barclay. Barclay to Ware. Ware from beyond the arc. They'll go back to Barclay. Barclay to Barrow. Barrow tries to drive, loses the handle, and Alexander picks up the loose ball for Rockmart. She'll try to work around Iris Ortiz to the left side now to Clark. Clark back to the middle of the floor. They'll go to Huckabee. Huckabee right side. Clark to Huckabee, back to Clark, back to Huckabee. They'll try to work it underneath to Alexander, and her shot off the glass is good. 49-27, 3.5 minutes to play. Ortiz, right side, tries to dish it to Washington, but Hindman is there for the takeaway and the steal. She's going to drive it down the court for Rockmart. She'll back it out. Tries to give it to either Huckabee or Clark, throws it away, and Barclay comes away with the loose ball all by herself, and then Clark's there to cover. First shot was up, no good. Second shot up, no good. Hindman comes away with it. No call on the travel. Hindman's going to drive baseline, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Rockmart, and Cedartown will get it back. What an odd possession.
I mean, really. We might have been better off to let that thing roll out of bounds instead of picking it up, although Barclay thought she was down there by herself.
Asia Ware, far side, baseline. Oh, honey, you got to let that one go.
Call for the travel, and it'll be a turnover back to Rockmart.
She left her feet and didn't get rid of the ball before she came back down. That'll get you every time. Left side, Huckabee. Now to Alexander. She's going to drive. Splits 2 defenders. Shot is up, and it is good. And they'll count the basket. Chance to make it a 3-point play for Jacambria Alexander.
Rockmart breaks the half-century mark.
Did you see who they got the foul on? I missed it.
I think it might have been on Washington.
We'll give it to her. That would only be her third. 51-27 your score. First shot on the way from Alexander, no good. Rebound is Barrow. Barrow gives it up to Ortiz. Ortiz will give it to Barclay. Barclay will bring it across the timeline for the Lady Dogs. She's going to work to her right. Now she comes back to her left to Ware. Back to Barclay. Barclay, top of the key. Kick over to Ware. Ware has it knocked away by Clark, but she's able to get it back. They'll give it back to Haven Barclay. They try to get it to Washington, and Sky Myers is there for the interception. She'll take it down off the glass, and it's good. (53-27). They'll check it into Barclay across the timeline. To Barrow. Barrow. Left side to Ortiz. She's going to fire from beyond the arc, and that one is good.
Nothing but net on that one. Pretty shot. 53-30. Here come the Lady Jackets down the floor quickly.
Shot on the way from Marlowe is up and in.
I think they're going to say no.
No basket. They'll shoot 2.
I don't think it went in. They haven't put it up there. I think they got
You're right.
number 5 on the foul for Cedartown, Haven Barclay, her second.
First shot from Lauren Marlowe is no good. She's still looking for her first points of the afternoon.
It was close layup, but just didn't go.
Second shot on the way is up, and that one is no good. Rebounded by Marin Barrow, who has it stolen by Marlowe. Now the loose ball picked up by Ortiz. Ortiz on the ground with it. She'll give it to Ware. Ware punches it over to Barclay. Barclay's going to drive. Baseline. And she gets fouled by Marlowe. It's going to be Lauren Marlowe's second. And Haven Barclay will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. She only has 2 points on the evening. Just over a minute and a half left to play here in the fourth quarter. That first shot is up, and it is good. As Andrew said, the boys will follow this game. It will definitely be a after 7:30 start time.
Oh, no doubt.
Closer to probably 7:45, 7:50. That second shot from Barclay is up, and it is good. She doubles her score, and it's 32-53. Myers over to the right side to Huckabee. Huckabee back to Clark. Clark, they're going to try to work it underneath to Marlowe. Marlowe turns. Shot, good little move to get around Washington, but it's no good. Rebounded by Marin Barrow. She'll give it up to Haven Barclay. Across the timeline for the Lady Dogs. Right side to Barrow. Barrow tries to work it to Asia Ware, but it's knocked out of bounds by Alexander. It'll stay Cedartown ball. Just over a minute to play. Washington will check it into Barrow, or Barclay rather. And she is fouled, trying to split a couple of defenders. We'll see who they get. It's going to be number 1.
Yeah, it'll be Kaylee Huckabee picking up her third foul. 1:04 to go in the ball game.
An exciting first half of basketball for the Lady Dogs, but a disappointing second half after going into the locker room with a 1-point lead. Inbounds pass goes to Ware. 3. It was way off. Rebound by Barrow, but she's going to be fouled by number 3, Lauren Clark. That's going to be her second, and it's going to be on the floor, so not a shooting foul. They'll check it in. They tried to get it to Barrow, but they throw it away. Sky Myers with it. She's just got to get around Barclay. Oh, no, shot was no good. It was short. Hit the underside of the rim. Barclay comes away with it. She gives it to Ortiz. Ortiz gets it to Barrow. Barrow, left side. She's going to drive. Baseline shot, no good, but she is fouled.
They'll get Lauren Marlowe on that one, her third.
Marin Barrow to the free throw line for the second time tonight. She's 2 for 2. Barrow set. First shot on the way. Up and good. 3 for 3. 33-53 your score. Lady Dogs with a 20-point deficit. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Rockmart. They'll give it to Marlowe. Marlowe. Right side. They'll give to Myers. Myers top of the key over to the left side to Huckabee. 3 on the way. That one is no good. Rebound by Barrow, and she's fouled hard. She'll go to the line. It's 1-1.
Jacambri Alexander, the sophomore, will pick up the foul that time, and that's a 1-1.
So Marion Barrow with her third trip to the free throw line, 3 for 4. She was just here all of 13 seconds ago. Barrow set, shot on the way, up and good. She'll get to shoot another one. 34-53. A promising first half for the Lady Dogs. Something positive to take away from this game. Second shot from Barrow is good. And she is deadly from the foul line. 53-35. Myers will bring it across the timeline. Alexander, baseline. No good. She got her own rebound after it was knocked around, and she got that one to go. Alexander has come alive in the second half for Rockmart. The lead goes back to 20, 55-35. Barrow goes around Clark, challenges Marlowe, and they're going to get her for her fourth foul.
6 seconds to go in the game, and Marion Barrow again from the free throw line.
Barrow gets set. Shot on the way. Hits the front of the rim, no good. Once again, Barrow comes set. Second shot on the way, and that one is good. Rockmart, for some reason, is letting the ball roll in like they're trying to preserve clock, like it's a close game. But Myers will pick it up, 4 seconds left, and she launches a three that is no good. Hit the bottom of the net and is short.
1 second. That's it. Final score, Cedartown falls to the Rockmart Lady Jackets 55-36, a 19-point loss for the Lady Dogs as they go to 0-14 on the season, and Rockmart improves to 4-13. We'll come back after 60 seconds to wrap up this broadcast and get you ready for the boys matchup. Cedartown High School Bulldogs basketball is on the Cedartown High School Sports Network, the Big AA, Facebook Live, YouTube, and the NFHS Network.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Live Wire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Live Wire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and price to sell. Live Wire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Final score, Rockmart 55, Cedartown 36 in the girls matchup. Lady Dogs led by 1 point at the end of the first half, but Rockmart exploded in the second half, and scoring was at a bare minimum for the Lady Bulldogs in that, especially in the third quarter. And that spelled the 14th loss for the Lady Bulldogs this season.
Yeah, Lady Dogs, but that, I will say this, that was the best half of basketball that they've played all season. They had a 1 point lead, as you said, Andrew, going into halftime. Marion Barrow finished the night as the leading scorer for the Lady Dogs with 16 points, followed by Iris Ortiz, who finished the night with 4. Charlie Todd and Haven Barclay both finished the night with 4. Asia Ware and Leo Washington both finished the night with 2. So a loss to the Rockmart Yellow Jackets, your arch nemesis. Cross-county rival when you have a 1 point lead going into halftime is never good. But we always try to take away positives from every time we step out onto the court. And one thing you can take away as a positive, of course, was that first half of play. Also, Marion Barrow deadly from the free throw line. Let's see, she finished the night 2, 4, 6, 8, 6 for 8 from the free throw line. So good shooting there by Barrow. That, of course, contributed to her finishing night as the leading scorer for the Lady Dogs. Cedartown will have to reset and get back to work next week. Of course, region play will continue for this Lady Dogs team, and it does not get any easier. We'll preview the upcoming schedule for you at the conclusion of the boys' game, but it will be next. They will take on the Rockmart Yellow Jackets. We were able to get the better of the Yellow Jackets in football season this year. Let's see if the Bulldogs can pick up their first win of the season and do the same here tonight and better those Yellow Jackets. Andrew, we're going to take probably, a 10-minute break, and then we'll be back. We will be radio only.
Radio. Well, we'll
try.
We'll try to
There
put
we
the
go.
video out there. We'll post a recording of the video later that'll be higher quality than what you might get on the internet. But we do
But radio's
apologize
your
for
best
that.
bet.
Yeah, radio's definitely going to be your best bet. Final score in the girls' game: 55-36. Rockmart wins. Boys' game coming up in about 10 minutes. You be sure to join us for that right here on the Big Double A.